I'm painted blue. I threw my heart out on the floor, but you don't love me anymore. So here I stand with nothing to say. I got nothing to lose and I got nothing to gain. Oh, and you did what you had to, but I wish I never met you. I wish I never met you at all. I wish I never met you.
Love when the sound is crashing in on me. Love how the lights awake the night. Love where we stand before eternity. Love what I'm feeling deep inside. The sun is fading now. I feel that this could be the moment, and all the stars align up in the sky. I've waited for tonight. I know that this can be the moment. The night goes on, tonight will never die.
nothing left to say. Time never gets too late when it comes to you. I'll forever stay true. So go ahead, go your way. I got this, yeah. I feel it in my heart, heart, heart. I feel it in my mind, mind, mind. Even though we are apart, part, part. Just is in every step I take. And even if I can't have you right now, even if the stars won't bring you around, I feel you in every step I take.
Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you enjoyed that little back day edit. Full workout's going to be in the description, but before we get into a little mini Q&A, I wanted to give you an update on essentially why I've been gone on YouTube the last month, because some of you guys have DM'd me like, hey Pinhead, your YouTube banner says new videos every week, and it's been a month. So I'm basically going to explain exactly what happened, and to sum things up, shit hit the fan. Literally, my laptop fan broke. The last YouTube video I posted, I was in the Best Buy parking lot hooked up to their Wi-Fi, exporting that video onto YouTube, and then I had to turn in my laptop, and a whole series of events. It ended up being a huge pain in the ass and took a full month to get the actual part. But the day after that I found out my laptop was broken, the next day I got COVID. So then I was like, oh, great, things are going well. So basically decommissioned for 2 weeks because of COVID. Then I went home because those of you guys that know that I was in the military. I actually haven't been home in a year or more now. So I went home for the first time in a while. And now we're back. We got the laptop back. We're good, fully recovered. We're back on the YouTube grind. So stay tuned. But without further ado, we're gonna get into a little mini Q&A. All right, so this guy asked, what keeps you motivated in the gym? And this is actually something I talked about recently, was the difference between motivation and discipline. And for me, there are plenty of times where I'm just really stressed out, and quite frankly, I don't need much motivation to go to the gym because that's where I'm the least stressed. The gym has always been basically an addiction for me because that's where I disconnect from reality. But at the end of the day, when you're I don't know, if you're feeling not motivated or something, look at how you looked a month ago or a year ago, and that for me typically is geez, I've come a long way, I can go a lot further, and that usually helps me. Do you have a passion outside of lifting? So that's something I actually don't really right now, I guess. It used to be sports, all I did in high school was hockey, lacrosse, soccer, golf, the gym, video games, used to play an absurd amount of video games. And now that I'm out of high school, it's more pretty much just the gym. And honestly, I actually really enjoy editing these videos now. It's pretty fun, and so I guess I could consider that a hobby now, or a passion. Are you single? Yes. Can you give me some tips about how to build muscle without bulking? So, I'm not saying you need to be in a caloric surplus to build muscle, but it is going to help you drastically. It is very difficult to put on muscle as is, and if you're eating at maintenance calories or below, you're either not going to build any muscle at all, you're going to lose muscle, or you're just going to so slowly build it. And it's slow as is, even if you're in a caloric surplus. So I think when you're asking that, you're probably afraid to bulk and get overweight and maybe put on a lot of fat. So what I would say is find your maintenance calories, add like 200, 300 calories to that, and just progressive overload. And if you don't want to add calories, really focus on progressive overload. Like, you can't expect to grow necessarily if you're not lifting more weight or heavier weight each week, aside from doing things like, you know, time under tension and all those different training styles. You need to be pushing yourself harder every week. All right, moving on. Do I use creatine? Yes, creatine is something I have used for like basically since I started going to the gym. I take 5 grams every day. I don't do any of those loading phases or anything. I just take it every day. Height and weight, I am 5'9" and about 171, 172 pounds right now. How long have you been working out or training for? I joined the gym at 14, but throughout high school, I didn't really know about bodybuilding. Like, I kind of just went to the gym and did whatever. I did random like programs from bodybuilding.com and stuff. Didn't pay attention to what I was eating. I just did a bunch of random stuff. And also through high school, like I had sports in school and stuff. So it was basically only would lift over the summer. So I guess 6 years, but obviously not 6 years total because of high school stuff. And then also the last year I didn't lift any at all because of the Marines. Is the Smith machine completely useless, or does it have a place in bodybuilding? I actually really enjoy using the Smith machine. And for me, especially if you use it to do incline bench, I mean, you can literally watch videos. There's videos of like Jay Cutler using a Smith machine. A lot of people just assume that a Smith machine doesn't have a place because it's like easier or it's assisted. If anything, it's actually better because it's a locked in range of motion and you can really focus on whatever muscle it is that you're working. So it definitely does have a place in bodybuilding. What would happen if you took steroids for a month and then stopped? Can you keep the mass? I'm not really the one to ask because I've never taken them, but from the research I've done and stuff, no. Like when you come off a cycle, you're not gonna lose all that muscle, but yes, you are gonna lose some of that muscle, as well as like a bunch of other stuff will change, like your hormone levels and all that. Do you ever get sore wrists? If so, what do you do? I work out about 6 times a week for 2 hours. My wrists don't get like sore, but I definitely do get like a little bit of pain or like maybe tendinitis feeling from time to time. And for me, the thing that helps the most is using wrist straps. I like just started using those. I used to use them a lot and then I stopped. But for instance, when I do things like incline dumbbell, my chest can support like 100 pounds. But once I get to that point, I can't, like my wrist can't support 100 pounds. It'll start to cave in. So wrist straps, I definitely recommend. And then depending on what sort of pain it is, like if it's almost in your forearms more so, I would recommend getting lifting straps. So especially for back day, I use those for essentially everything. It takes like your forearms and your wrist out of the movement. Leg day video coming out, maybe the next one. Leg day video, next video? Let me know in the comments. Do I deadlift? I have only deadlifted probably 2 or 3 times in my life. I just don't like it, quite frankly. I don't, and it's one of those things where like, I don't think you need to do deadlifts to build like a good back or legs or whatever it even works. How many times a week do I work out? I usually go at least 6. Sometimes I'll go 7. It really depends on how I feel, how sore I am. I'm pretty in tune with my body and I know like when I'm overtraining or when I'm undertraining. But typically I'll go at least 6, and that 7th could sometimes just be me literally going to the gym and like either doing cardio or abs or just sitting in the hot tub or something. I just like going to the gym. What is the cleanest way to bulk and gain muscle? Quite frankly, the foods that you would be eating when you're cutting, eat that same exact diet, same exact meal plan, but in a higher volume. How many times a day do I eat? So I typically eat 5 to 6 meals, but usually one of those meals is like rice cakes with banana and peanut butter, which doesn't really count, but yeah, so 5 to 6 meals a day. All right, that is gonna wrap up this video. Glad to be back. I genuinely enjoy editing these videos and making this. Plus it was a lot more interesting to actually edit like a little gym montage as opposed to just me sitting here looking like an idiot talking to you guys. But If you guys watched the last 2 videos, you know what's coming. If you liked the video, like the video. Or don't. That's okay too. But at the very least, the least you can do is have a good day. Take care now. Bye-bye then.